Hi there. Today, I just want to talk about emotional regulation. For me, it's not just a nice to have, but it is actually the key to unlocking your peak performance. Whether you're actually smashing it on the field, or perhaps it's actually just nailing a really big presentation, or maybe even just working on a personal goal or mastering your emotions. It can actually be a real game changer. So, what is emotional regulation? It is your ability to be able to manage and respond to your emotions effectively, to not react to them. I know that that sounds really simple, but it is actually has such a huge impact on your performance. And why? Because it keeps you focused. Strong emotions like frustration, nerves, excitement, anger can actually totally derail you. But when you can regulate those emotions or those feelings, you are able to actually handle the pressure. If you think of it like you've got these blinkers on, where when you are focused and you are just concentrating on that one thing at hand. It helps you think clearly. So when your emotions are really high, you can get really messy because your emotional regulation helps you actually slow down, to strategize, to make better choices that actually move you towards making or moving you closer towards your goal. It can build resilience because, let's face it, setbacks happen. We don't always have everything doesn't always go the way that we want it to do. But when we are able to manage our tough emotions like the disappointment, or even if self-doubt starts to creep in, you're able to bounce back if you are and keep moving forward if you are able to separate what is good and what is great. So it can also make you a better teammate, because we've all seen in life how emotions can either bring a team together or it can actually tear them apart. So when you're in control of your own emotions, you're able to create a smoother space for open communications, for stronger relationships, and for collaboration on the end game of you all collectively getting where you want to go. It can also reduce your performance anxiety, because if you've got a really big moment coming up, and emotional regulation is what's actually keeping the nerves in check so that you can show up to be your best self, so that you can have that clear mind, that calm focus, that switched on, that responsive attitude, as opposed to that emotional dysregulation where you are potentially all over the shop. It can even improve your physical performance because your emotions affect your body. I don't know if you've actually noticed that yet, but emotions do have a huge impact on how we're actually able to show up. It helps us regulate them so we can actually, you begin to notice that you'll notice improvement in your coordination, your improvement with your reaction time, with your endurance, in how much you can actually, how long you can stay focused, you can stay present, you can stay switched on. So it's going to always help your physical performance. It helps you be able to, if you've got the emotional regulation, it helps you find that flow. That feeling when you're fully immersed and you're just going along and everything just clicks, it just all is switched on and happening for you. So emotional regulation is the bridge. It's actually the bridge that's going to actually help you take you from your state of, I'll use the word underperforming, to actually your peak performance. It can be the difference that you have over your opponent. Because if you're emotionally regulated, as I've mentioned, you're cool, you're calm, collected, you're clear thinking, your natural skills are just switched on and they're ready for you to access. So how do you actually strengthen your emotional regulation muscle? Because it is a muscle. It can be trained just like you can train your skills. There's a few tools that I use in my program. It can be mindfulness, breathing exercises, perhaps journaling. And don't forget the foundations of it all is good sleep, nutrition, movement, hydration. All those things they're pieces of a puzzle to help us perform at our best. And it's not about being perfect. It's about practicing. It's about that repetition, about that thing becoming just that automatic that we just do. As I mentioned, just like practicing your skills, your physical skills, you can too practice your mind skills so that it is just that automatic process. It's just that thing that I do. So until next time, I hope that this has been a helpful conversation, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks. Ciao for now.